Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. Welcome back to Real Crypto, where we take the markets one leg at a time while keeping the market cycle in mind. And that market cycle right now is very choppy, very sideways action has been so ever since the beginning part of September. So going on about a month and a half now, extreme sideways action in Bitcoin. I was going to do a video last week called the flattening before you had this downward action here, and I guess I can do it again considering we're basically right back at that level. So the great flattening of Bitcoin, here it is, guys. And today was a very interesting day in the markets. We had Tether essentially begin to fall apart on us just a little bit here. I'm not calling for the end of Tether, but it's not looking great as of right now. Here's the daily chart on Tether. I'm actually going to go down to the 2 hour. So you can see the ultimate low here spiking down to 85 cents, subsequently bouncing back up to $1 and rolling back over again. And right now we're under 95 cents, so 5% below par here on Tether. So this is supposed to be at $1 the whole time. And this is going to take quite a bit of confidence out of the market, and I think you can see that in the chart. Now, in order to chart this properly, guys, you have to use Coinbase. Reason being is that Coinbase actually settles into the dollar. It does not settle into Tether, unlike Bitfinex and unlike Binance. Both of those use Tether. Now, we're doing some research today. We found that Bitfinex does technically settle into US dollar, but it does use Tether as an intermediary, so it is affected by this action. And you can see here that it ran up all the way to $7,800 in the same way that Binance was run up to $7,700. Coinbase, however, was only run up to $6,800. So zooming out here on this 2 hour chart, you can see we did not even get above a prior high. And the reason you have to use Coinbase here is because you guys aren't interested in the Tether value, you're interested in the dollar value. So go ahead and use a dollar exchange on your Bitcoin. So that's why I use Coinbase here. And the action here is not great, not very good. We stopped, couldn't even get above this prior high. We had a huge wick on the downside here, massive volume. So if this is all the bulls have, is one candle up to 6,800, then straight back down, that doesn't show a lot of bullishness in this market. I know there's quite a few people saying that Bitcoin is bottomed. We're going to continue higher from here, but the market action doesn't prove that theory to be correct yet. It also hasn't broken down yet below 6,000, so we're definitely still range bound. If this is the best the bulls can muster, though, because keep in mind, this was a pretty extravagant move on Tether, going down 15% in what should be moving in tenths of a percent per day, moving down 15%. If this is all the market could pump based off of that, and sellers came into the market here at this, well, we would probably have even more sellers if we got even higher towards 7,200 and 8,500. That's just a prevailing theory right now. I mean, both of these high volume candles are selling candles, and that is not a good thing for the market. That is not bullish behavior. But at the same time, we still haven't completely broken this low here. Like I said, about the 5,900 level. Until we break that level, guys, we're still in a choppy market, very much range bound, very much not able to do much. And if you guys are looking at the chart like this, I mean, this seems like a huge move in the markets, but like I just had it, guys, zoom out, take a look at the broader term, take a look at the bigger picture, see where the volume's coming in, and I still don't see any bullish action, no major bottoming coming in here as of yet. And while it still hasn't broken down, hasn't broken up either. So we're still waiting for something to break, and nothing has broken as of yet. And looking at Ethereum, which had some similar reaction based on the Tether news, zooming out on Ethereum here, I'm even going to go to a log scale chart. Even on the log scale chart, doesn't it kind of much ado about nothing. We had the action that ran up. We sold off quite significantly. And right now we're still sitting at the same levels. No continuation higher as of yet. If these were great levels for these assets, guys, they'd be buying these coins up right now. No questions asked. This wick tells you that there's questions to be had. Ethereum, as a matter of fact, never even broke its breakdown point. We had a head and shoulders here on Ethereum, and it went sideways here, as you can see, for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Broke the neckline right there. Broke the neckline and failed the breakdown point of the neckline. You can see we rallied there, failed there, and there you go. And we've been, we've been going over these possible scenarios, and none of the bullish scenarios so far has come to pass. So every day in our power hour, guys, we go over 100 cryptocurrencies, the top 20 USD. We go through another 80 versus Bitcoin, and all over the place. We're not seeing too much bullishness. We're still seeing complacency. We're still seeing things selling off. We're not seeing anything really definitive that would point to a change in market structure. No change in market cycle. The best we're hoping for here is a choppy market. And trust me, guys, choppy markets suck so bad. You're seeing in Bitcoin what a choppy market can do to you. And this is a narrow choppy market. This isn't even like a super wide choppy market. If you go back to 2014, that had a 100% range. This is nowhere near to 100% range, and a lot of members in the real crypto community are definitely guilty of over trading, and some have just stopped trading, which is really, I think, the best thing that you can do here. Taking very small trades is advantageous, but I do not think swing trading out of these levels is something you can do, at least in the short term. We need to break out from this level at a minimum. This 68.25 needs to get taken out before I think you can get back in. On the bear side, the same thing about the 5,900 level. Until that gets broken, I don't think you really should necessarily be swing trading. You should be range-bound trading, which leads to more trades, smaller profits, but hopefully more frequent profits. And I think that's a more profitable scenario right now. The volatility right now is next to nothing, and the chart is really showing that. So really, after what is a big news for Tether, really not much news for cryptocurrencies. There have been some moves. Some of these coins moved a little bit, but not that much. Bitcoin Cash, let's breeze through a few of these guys. I'm sure you guys have done that on your own, but go ahead and do it with me here real quick. Ethereum, volume was decent, but really kind of rolling over, going lower. XRP had a nice little pump, but really barely even getting up towards the bottom of that recent bull flag that it had. Bitcoin Cash still living lower there, perfectly happy. That's Coinbase, by the way. Look at that, like a nothing day on Coinbase. There's no accumulation there. You got XLM still very much range bound here. Let me get it off log scale. Very much range bound right there. You got EOS still range bound. Tried to poke higher but failed. Litecoin, very similar situation, just failed to go higher. So you can go down this list coin by coin, whether it be Tether or US dollar pairing, whichever one. And it's just nothing's really looking healthy. We do this exercise every day in that power hour, guys. If you're confused, don't know what to do in the marketplace, want some guidance, want your questions answered, guys, feel free to join us in that Real Crypto Power Hour. But really, nothing in the market is moving. Nothing is really saying I need to go higher. And that's what you're looking for. You want the market to send you a message that you can't ignore. Well, in about 3-4 days, this price action will mean nothing. You will have forgotten about it. Trust me. It'll just be another flash in the pan. I would like it not to be. I would like some movement. A lot of us, myself included, really sick of a nothing, boring, choppy market. Really would like for things to get trading again. But it's just not happening right now, guys. So that's about it. The market's pretty weak. The Tether action is significant to Tether and probably to the crypto community, but in terms of price action on these charts, it's not necessarily, apparently it's not necessarily super important. Now, if Tether does completely fail, it probably will cause a short-term bounce in prices, but I do believe in time that if Tether fails, that is a negative for the cryptocurrency ecosystem as a whole, and eventually people will move that money that was in Tether into fiat, which is withdrawing it from the crypto space altogether, which is negative for crypto. So, all right, guys, there you guys have it. A move that was fairly significant that in the end I don't think means a whole lot. Really, the important news here is Tether and the instability of it, and that just points to lack of market confidence more than anything else, which is another bearish signal. So, all right, guys, there you go. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. Like I said, please feel free to check out my website, real-crypto.com. Links in the description where you can sign up for the Power Hour there. And thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.